Welcome, friends of the Greasy Shop Rag. Today we're going to take a look at a Husqvarna 550XP. Customer complaint is that it might start, but it doesn't keep running. It'll bog out. Let's take a look. Yeah, they're not supposed to do that. So let's take a look inside the fuel tank and see what we got going on in here. We'll get the cap right out of the way and we're going to go fishing, see if we can find us a fuel filter. Filter itself looks good. Let's put a pressure tester on it and put 10 pounds of pressure on this and see what we got. Yeah, looks like it's holding.
Well, by golly, I'll tell you. I think the microscreen in the carburetor is plugged.
So I'm making a prediction already. I'm thinking that the microscreen in the carburetor is plugged up. So we're going to have to go investigating and open up the carb and see if I'm right or not. But before I spend any time on a repair like this, I want to make certain that the piston and cylinder are in good shape. I mean, it doesn't make sense to do a carburetor repair if you got a scored cylinder, right? Quick look inside there. If I can see above the exhaust port that everything looks clean and shiny, then I'm good. I'm going to move forward. So what's the first step in removing the carburetor? Well, there is a wire attached to the carburetor that we would use to hook up to the computer for the auto-tune portion of this chainsaw. So I've got that disconnected, and now I'm going to take a T20 Torx bit and remove the two screws that hold the air box and the carburetor itself to the engine. There's a wiring harness for that auto-tune wiring plug. It's kind of clipped on top of the carburetor. We can just snap that out of its clip. And we've got a fuel line that runs, it's kind of clipped into the back of the air box. And it's the return line from the purge bulb back to the tank. So we're going to pop that off the back of the purge bulb. Get it out of the way. Pull our air box out. Try not to drop it. Here we're disconnecting the throttle cable. And now we're removing the fuel line, the main line that comes from the tank. We got our carburetor out. We still have a wiring harness on here. It's clipped into the side of the carburetor. We just pop it out and unplug it. Alright, a couple of screws hold down this throttle plate assembly. Get that out of our way, and we're going to pull the cover off the carburetor. This is the pump side of the carburetor.
Stripes.
Now inside here is a micro screen. It's the final protection between whatever gunk might be in your tank and the inside of the carburetor. It is not supposed to look like that. There is a lot of black residue. I'm not sure what it is, if it's just a dirt buildup or if it's some reaction from something that was in the tank. Can't say for sure, but fuel will not pass through that very well. and that's why we have a bog when we pull the trigger. It's just not getting enough gas. Now, one thing you may have noticed when I pulled this apart was that fuel filter had an orange end on it, and I don't know what the micron rating is of that, but I do know that the new filter is supposed to be a blue one. So if you have a blue filter, run that on your auto-tune chainsaws. Alright, we're going to put the carburetor back together just the way we took it apart. I'm not putting any new gaskets or anything in here. The saw isn't that old, and everything felt good and looked good in there anyway, so. You know, sometimes people will buy a saw like this and have this type of a problem. And you can't blame the saw, you can't blame Husqvarna or Steel or Echo, whoever the manufacturer is, if you have a fuel problem like this. I mean, that screen wasn't dirty when you bought it. It's not a manufacturer defect. There will be no warranty claim for something like this. It's a fuel-related problem that Husqvarna had no control over. So quit asking for warranty. Okay, the auto-tune wiring connector gets snapped back onto the auto-tune module that's bolted on the side of the carburetor. And we'll start getting things lined up here and put back together. I kind of let this, actually I did clip some footage out of here, but putting this back together the first time you do it, there's a lot of little steps, things all got to get lined up just right. I mean, it seems like there's plenty of room to work here, but it does get to be a little bit of a tight fit with the, when you put the air box in. Alright, that little hose goes from the purge bulb to the carburetor. It's the one that pulls fuel through the carburetor. So you're going to see here in the next minute or whatever that there's a lot of fumbling around getting things lined up. Return line goes back on the purge bulb. And you got to get it clipped up into place on the back of the air box and not pinched between the carburetor and the air box when you're putting this back together. The choke linkage has to be lined up just right. I don't have a shot of that on here. Okay, once we get everything close, we're going to put a screw in here just to kind of hold things in place. We're not torquing it down yet. We'll get the rest of our fuel lines on. We'll get our throttle cable hooked up. Get our wiring hooked up. Everything goes back together the same way it came apart. Alright, we're going to hook up our throttle cable. Test our trigger, looks good. We're going to hook the tabs back into the rubber mounts on the airbox. We'll purge this thing. Let's see if it runs. So that's all I got for you on the Husqvarna 550XP crap in the car video. Thanks for watching. Later.